Dudes, so I'm here with Brannack, who has solved this week's riddle, so take it away.
Okay, I'll do so. So the riddle, as you remember, was you have 9 bags of gold. One of the bags is either lighter or heavier.
Actually, can you explain the heavier one first? Because remember, there were two.
Okay, there's 2 versions of the riddle. The simpler version is you have 9 bags of gold. One of the bags is heavier. You have a balance that can tell you which is heavier, which is lighter, but you can only use it twice. So what we have to do is separate the 9 bags into 3 separate piles of 3. And you take 2 of these piles of 3 and you put them on the balance. And you see if the balance tilts, doesn't tilt. If it stays the same, then you know that your heavier bag of gold is one of the 3 in the other pile. If it tilts down, then you know that your heavier bag of gold is in whichever one of the piles it tilted down to. So now you've isolated your heavier bag of gold to being one of 3 bags instead of one of 9. And you do the exact same thing you did earlier. You put 2 of them on the balance. If it tilts, then you know the heavier one is the bag you're looking for. And if it if it doesn't tilt, then the 3rd bag is the heavier bag. So that's easy. Done.
Righteous. Okay, so
Righteous. The next one is that you have 9 bags, but one is either heavier or lighter. So you can't use the exact same strategy because if it tilted, you wouldn't know, which pile to take out because you're just looking for the different bag.
Right. But you get 3 ways.
Exactly. You can, you get 3 weighings as opposed to 2 weighings. So you can use a very similar strategy. Again, you break up your 9 bags into 3 separate piles. Let's say pile A, pile B, and pile C. Okay? If you put piles A and B on first, and the balance doesn't move, then you can then you know that your bag is in pile C. That's the one you're looking for. But let's not look at that situation quite yet. Let's say that it does tilt. So now that you know the different bag is either bag A or B, but you don't know which. So what you have to do here is take bag B off of the scale and put bag C on the scale. If bag C still tilt, or if the balance still tilts, then you know that bag A is the different one, and you can tell by whether or not it's high or low, whether or not it's lighter or heavier. Okay? If it doesn't tilt, then you know that bag B, or that pile B has the different bag. So now let's say we've isolated to bag A, or to pile A having a lighter bag in it. Then you just go back to the original strategy of having 3 separate bags. You measure 2 of them, and you figure out which one is the lighter bag. Now, this strategy can also be applied to bag C if it was indeed to pile C if it was indeed pile C that had the either heavier or lighter bag. At this point, you have 2 weighings left out of 3 bags. You don't know whether or not you're looking for a heavy bag or a light bag, but you put 2 on a balance. If it weighs differently, then you take 1 off and grab the 3rd one, and use that as a measure of which bag, is the different bag. And once you know which bag is the different bag, you can, there you go, you're set.
Forsooth. Righteous. So, thanks to Brannack for the solution to this week's riddle, and see you dudes next week. Rock on.